Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk some of the breaking news. Obviously we've got a big month of boxing ahead of us, but the news just keeps coming in. Very exciting time for all us boxing fans. July alone. But what the past week has shown is there's big events coming up later in the year as well. And we're going to touch in on some of this news. So, this was announced by Ring Magazine and Turkey Al Sheikh. Jesse Bam Rodriguez will defend his Ring Magazine Junior Bantamweight Championship versus Fernando Puma Martinez this November in Riyadh. If Bam first wins against Cafu July 19th, then the showdown with Martinez will be a Ring WBA, WBC, and WBO Junior Bantamweight World Title Unification bout. Yeah, so a few things to talk about there. Obviously, this would be a very good fight. But this is another instance of planning before a fact. You know, like we've seen Caleb Plant versus Charlo, that planning that went on. What else happened recently? You know, Garcia versus Haney, all sorts. And I'm not a big fan of it. I think that, like, this announcement here could have waited 2 weeks to be made. Obviously, the fight's not going to be in November. Wait 2 weeks. We got Bam Rodriguez versus Cafu. That's for the WBC and WBO belts. 19th of July in Texas, I believe. That's obviously the day of Usyk, Dubois, Pacquiao, Barrios. But I think it could have waited. Now, I do expect Bam Rodriguez to beat Cafu. And I would expect Bam Rodriguez to beat Puma Martinez as well. But it's no God-given right. You've got to still go in there and you still got to earn it and you still got to win that fight. Cafu is a very accomplished fighter. He himself has held belts, and you know, like I said, I think it could have waited a few weeks. Let's see what happens. But this fight here, it's going to be the November Riyadh season card. So Bam Rodriguez versus undefeated Puma Martinez for 4 belts. On a card with Anthony Yard, David Benavidez, Brian Norman Jr., Devin Haney. It's starting to stack up. That is exciting card so far. And yeah, it just adds to the depth because Bam Rodriguez, let's not forget, he's number 7 pound for pound by ring, and you could probably make an argument that he deserves to be higher. You know, you might believe that he deserves to be lower. If he beats Cafu and then beats Martinez and has all those belts, I think we're looking at a very highly ranked pound for pound star. I do still feel bad that Bam Rodriguez is fighting Cafu on 19th of July because I just don't think it's going to get much airtime. And Bam deserves as much airtime as possible because he is an exciting, very talented young fighter. Like, I think Bam's still only 25. I mean, it's unbelievable. All right, what else we got in the news today? Dmitry Bivol versus Beterbiev, the trilogy fight. Now, this was scheduled for November, and Mike Coppinger has learned. Bivol and Beterbiev have both asked Turkey Al Sheikh to hold the fight in Russia with different organizers, and Turkey gave his blessing. It is now unclear when the third fight will happen. So I think it's great. I'm glad Turkey Al Sheikh is working in and around these fighters, and he's not sort of acting as though it's his way or no way. Turkey Al Sheikh has had put on 2 great fights with these 2 guys. Obviously, both Russian sort of fighters. I know Bivol's not technically Russian, but I think it's a great fight. To be had sort of in their regional part of the world rather than Riyadh. Big crowd, I would assume, for that fight. What happens with the undercard and everything else in and around that fight, I'm not sure. Obviously, they're coming off the fight of the Century card. That's not going to be matched, but I think those 2 in a good crowd in Russia, I think we're looking at a Rocky 4 sort of situation. For those who like that movie, I'm sure most of you do. What else we got in the news today? Vidal Riley, he is now ranked number 10 in the cruiserweight rankings by Ring Magazine. Yeah, I've got big raps on Vidal Riley. Bit of a slow start to his professional career because of injuries and whatnot. But his last fight was a great win against Siobhan Clark for the British cruiserweight title. Vidal winning that by unanimous decision. I think Vidal Riley, I mean, if we look through the top 10, I think we're looking at Vidal Riley. He's probably good enough to be top 5. I think Vidal Riley beats Badu Jack, and I think he beats Noel Mikhailian. Obviously, those two have got to fight. Ryan Rosiski, that'd be a difficult fight. I don't think yet he beats Chris Billum-Smith. Maybe with his youth and speed and power, he could probably beat Gilberto Ramirez. On his day, I think Vidal Riley could give that a very good shot. But I think he's still building. He's still very young. He's still, I think, got lots and lots to build off, Vidal Riley. Obviously, I'm at an age where I sort of had my teen years growing up with Vidal Riley in and around the Sidemen. That's when I first sort of heard about him. So those who are similar age of me or enjoy watching the Sidemen videos will know of Vidal Riley. Lots of boxing casual fans might know him more as Vidal Riley, the content creator, not as much as the boxer, but I think that's all going to start changing now. He's got that title and he's building up the rankings, and I think it'll be only a matter of time before he gets a world title, which I'm very happy about because I think he's a very good fighter. Alright, I think that's just about all the news for today. Obviously, big boxing month ahead. It starts this weekend. Eubank versus Catterall. Sky Nicholson, Joe Cordina this weekend, all fighting. I did make a video on that, so if you want to check that out after this one, please go ahead, watch that video, hit a like. And then we go on to Taylor Serrano 3. We got the Ring 3 card. We've got Usyk Dubois. We've got Sebastian Fundora. We've got Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios. The names just keep coming. Obviously, Bam Rodriguez, who we've spoken about in this video, also fighting. I'm sure I'm missing some, but big month of boxing ahead. I'm going to be smashing out the content here, so make sure you subscribe. Chuck that notification bell on. Leave your thoughts in the comments below about anything we discussed today. Do you think it's a bad idea that they're planning ahead for Bam Rodriguez? How do you feel about Beterbiev versus Bivol fighting in Russia? Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. If you're returning and you're watching, please do subscribe. It does help this channel grow. We're chasing down 100 subscribers. And I'm out of here, guys. See yous!